Hello everybody, this is Eamon and this is a small demonstration of the DataGrid UI plugin. Let's start with the show DataGrid. This command will be used to show this DataGrid. As you can see here, you just call it and it will show this DataGrid with the columns you need. You just separate the column names with a vertical bar like this, and it will show DataGrid instead of the browser. Now the second, you can let me say that you can use it in onload command if you wanna load it automatically to your bot onload. You can add this to onload command. It will work just fine. Now the next command is DataGrid styler. If you'd wanna to style this DataGrid a little bit. Now column width, you separate the column width with a vertical bar. If you want a column to be resized, to be automatically fills in the rest of the space in the DataGrid, you just put auto and it will fill the rest of the space. Column header text, choose the color and the drop down. There's a drop down of colors you can pick from. There's also column header background text, the background here, DataGrid background color, this background over here, the DataGrid rows color, the background of the rows text color, and can add rows. You set it to no if you don't want the user to mess up with the rows. Can delete rows, no. Can resize rows, no. And can resize columns, set it also to no. No. Click OK and run it. As you can see, everything is in place. Now let's first add some rows. Values are separated with a vertical bar as always. Let's run this. As you can see, run it again and again and again, and rows keep getting added. Now let's try the DataGrid row color. Index will try to change this color over here. Index is 2, as the indexes start with 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. Let's change it to red and keep the text color, probably change it to white, and run. As you can see, the color got changed to red. Now the next feature is DataGrid to CSV. Now if you want to save your DataGrid to a CSV file, you just put the path in here and .csv, run it and get back to the where you saved it, and you'll see something like this. Now you can also load the, let's just clear the DataGrid first. You can either DataGrid delete row by a single row, 3, let's say. We'll delete the index number 3, and you can just delete all of them by calling DataGrid delete rows, and everything will be deleted. Let's just try to add a few more. Now there is the DataGrid contest menu add. There's the name. We're gonna first let's add a define, delete selected row, then DataGrid delete row, and we'll then use the DataGrid selected index. When you select this one, it will automatically record the index of the selected row. Now let's just add it there, and then add a DataGrid context menu. We'll call it delete selected Ubot code is, let's just copy the same exact name, select. 1 second so I don't make mistakes. And add the something like that. Nope, that's not it. To add it, and when you click select it and you click, it will get deleted. When you go to the first one, it won't work because there is no elite selected row, as we made a mistake. So make sure to select the correct one. Now the next feature is let's demonstrate how to use a couple of the plugins, functions, sorry. Now there is DataGrid UI total rows. This will return the number of rows inside the DataGrid, 3. And there is DataGrid total columns, 3 also. There is also DataGrid selected index. We demonstrated that in the context menu. There's DataGrid sorry, DataGrid row index. Now you type the column name. Let's first add something unique to the DataGrid, like a unique ID, for example. 45, name is Peter, and let's get back to that. DataGrid row index. If you want to search the DataGrid for a index, ID equal to 45, whatever it is. Go back to this to run it, yes, and get back to this, yes, and we'll return the index 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. Now you can just get the value, DataGrid UI get value, and put 3 in here, and the column name, and you'll get the value Peter from column name. There's also, what else remains? Okay, let's try the DataGrid to table. You run it and you get the whole DataGrid to a table. You can also add this back to the DataGrid. Let's try to clear it. Let's delete all the rows, run, and then table to DataGrid, and load this data back to the DataGrid. as you can see. Now there is the CSV to DataGrid, works the same. This put the file, DataGrid file, and start an index. Sometimes the DataGrid, as you can see, starts with this column, ID, name, website, so you can just start from index 1 and you will get the data without the names, ID, name, and website. Or you can just start with 0 and you'll get all the data you want. There's also DataGrid cell edits. You want to edit certain DataGrid. 0, column name, ID, go away, and column name, let's say name, column value, let's say 12, and run it, and as you can see, got updated. You can change the name of any column you have in the DataGrid. There is also DataGrid to XML, works the same as DataGrid to CSV. You specify a file and you save. There is also, what else remains? I think that's it. DataGrid to table, table to DataGrid. All the functions are in place. I think that's it. That's all the features. Let me know what you think about this. If you have any suggestions, any features you want to be added in the next version, I'll be more than happy to add. Let me also say that this is not tested in the Ubot Studio 5, so I don't know if it works or not. I'll try to add a version for Ubot Studio 5 soon. Thank you, and bye bye.